everybody, Krista Kitsune here, and we are back again with Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Last time we played this game, we basically sucked. So much that we failed, or I failed. I should say I, because I'm the one who is the one who basically fucked everything up. Last time I did two cases, and the last case that we did was supposed to get us our promotion. Now, I wasted all of our time by going to the wrong cities and wasting the time that we had left, and right as we were getting ready to click on the next thing, which would have gotten us the bad guy, we ran out of time. So it was like so close, like by margins. So yeah, I failed. So that's on me, not you guys. Nothing to do with you. Also, I have a little bit of an announcement. It's happy this time. It's nothing like bad or anything. This time it's kind of like a hopeful kind of thing. Last year, like some of the friends that I have, I want to call them friends. I want to call them friends, but we're not like this. We're acquaintances, I should say. Went to PAX East, and then there was PAX West that happened in Washington, which is just right above me because I'm in California. I didn't have the time or the money or anything then to go to PAX West. Apparently, PAX Prime is going to be in Washington this year. Instead of have it be PAX East, or PAX West, sorry. But my goal is to get there at some point. Whether it's this year or next year or whatever, I do want to go to a PAX West, PAX Prime, wherever, somewhere in the West Coast. I want to go to a PAX event. The reason why I say if not this year, next year, is because I have a goal. Now, I have 61 subscribers, as you all know, because you can see that anytime that you log onto my page. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers before PAX, whatever it's called for the West Coast this year. If I can make it in a decent amount of time to 100 subscribers, I will try to go to PAX West, or PAX Prime, or whatever it's called for the West Coast, up in Washington, Seattle, Washington. I will have to save money between now and then, because it's like sometime in September, end of August, early September. So I'll have to save money so I could get a hotel and plane ticket. I've never been on a plane, so that's going to be scary as fuck. And food and that kind of stuff. So it will take some doing to get the money that I need to do it. I won't probably do anything like a live stream to like make up the money or anything like that. I wouldn't know what to live stream since I can't really live stream games, but if it comes down to the wire, I might, if it gets to that point. But that's my goal for this year, is to reach 100 subscribers. That's what will give me the incentive to want to go to PAX on the West Coast for this year. If I can do that, then I'll definitely try to get to PAX West. If not, if I don't get to 200 subscribers, it's not a big deal. It just means that I have to work harder to try and get there next year. Get 100 subscribers to get there to next year. Because I figure at 61 subscribers, I mean, it's not that much of a difference between 61 and 100. It's like 39. But to me, it's like those 39 extra people could be in the West Coast, and they could like be going to PAX, and they could come up and see me. So there's a bigger chance of me meeting people at PAX on the West Coast if I have more subscribers, because more people will know about me, and then more people could come up to me and take pictures or whatever if they want to. I mean, like, I'm not saying like that's something that's definitely gonna happen. I mean, I'm kind of like overthinking it or coming up like that's something that's definitely going to happen. I mean, I could just be, kidding myself, I guess you could say. And I just realized like this shirt makes like a weird like sort of pattern on camera. It's probably tripping you out, giving you I'm like stroking myself, making you trip balls right now because it's kind of like psychedelic. But so don't stare directly at the shirt. But anyway, with that little announcement, be sure to subscribe. I'm just gonna say this now. I mean, I'm not like hard up for, you know, begging for rewind. I'm not hard up to like beg for subscribers or anything. I'm not saying like, oh please subscribe to me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying that's my goal. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, and that will help me like determine whether I'm going and whatnot. So if you want to subscribe and help me get my goal, do so that way I can, you know, try to get there this year. If not, it's something that I could look forward to next year. I probably won't be ever go to PAX East or the mid one, whatever that one's called, Midwest or whatever. I probably wouldn't be able to get to any of those because it's a further travel, and I do have people that I take care of here, so I can't be gone for too long in a long distance. And I've never been away from California / Reno, you know, the very edge of Nevada, because of, you know, that's where my mom lives. But I've never been out of state other than those two places, or that place. So anyway, I talked too much and I'm wasting too much of your time, so I'm gonna go ahead and start playing. So if you do want to help, just go ahead and subscribe, and then I can see where I'm at when the time comes. So anyway, I went ahead and started up the game. Still senior inspector, and we're going to Arkansas. There's no sauce in Arkansas. To find all the fiddles from the Ozark Folk Center. So we're going to go ahead and go there and start this game up. Sorry, so like the first like 10 minutes is me talking about this. So I apologize for being kind of chatty McCaffey. But it is something that interests me. You know, it's somewhere that I do. I mean, it scares me to death because I'm not used to going places by myself. So going to someplace like that terrifies me. But, you know, you have to step out of your comfort zone if you're going to be an entertainer. And if I'm going to meet people and, you know, socialize and network and everything like that, I'm going to have to step out and, like, be extrovert and not introvert. So anyway, we are in Arkansas, and newcomers to Arkansas are often intrigued by the caves at the hot springs that lie underground here. At Hot Springs National Park, located in the Ouachita Mountains, there are 47. I have a little touch of dyslexia, but like it's like numerical dyslexia. 47 springs of hot mineral water. Many people feel this water can cure a variety of ailments. I think we probably read this one already. We'll probably reread a lot of these because we go to like the same states and everything. Anyway, so question clown. She was looking forward to seeing some big reptiles at the Dinosaur National Monument. Always has croissants for breakfast. So it's a she. Oops. Yeah, okay. She, and she likes French food. Check out the circus. Of the Uinta Mountains, the only east-west range in the country. East-west. Yeah, get through your little thing. Suspect spotted recklessly rafting from the down the Colorado River and heading towards Lake Powell. So it's somewhere near Colorado. So I'm guessing it's probably I cannot speak today for some reason. I'm like tripping over my tongue like nobody's business. I'm gonna say it's Salt Lake City, Utah, because that's the closest one to Colorado. Hopefully we don't fuck this particular one up. Awesome. Yeah, I have no idea. It's like normally I'm like really good at this game, and like for some reason like my head was not in the game, and I was just like, well, there's that, and like the clues that they gave us at the very end were like so obscure that it was like ridiculous. I mean, we were like, I was reading the clues and I'm like, the fuck? Like, what is this? It has nothing to do with anything historical, has nothing to do with any, doesn't mention any cities or anything that are even remotely, like, to tell what they are or where to go. Okay, so we're in Utah. The Navajo people of Utah first acquired sheep in the early 17th century when Spanish settlers brought the animals into the region, or when Spanish settlers brought the animals into the region. In time, sheep herding became the Navajos' mainstay. They learned to weave from the pueblos and became highly skilled at this art, which shows a picture of somebody weaving a blanket or rug or something. Okay, so she made tracks for a famous part of the Underground Railroad to Canada, small towns between Youngstown and Lake Erie. So it's somewhere near Lake Erie, up there in that upmost part. She loves downhill and cross country, so she likes to ski. And also remember, in the last episode, when I was doing the off camera episodes, because I had to do like three or four cases before we got to do the two before on camera. All the different people that were that we had caught had been released, or not released, but escaped. So this game is kind of like a back and forth type of thing. Like, you catch them, and then you have to catch them again because they get they escape and stuff. Photograph of an automobile tire manufacturing plant in Akron. Handwritten on the back reads, "I never tire of Akron." Police report signs of forced entry at the Air Force Museum in Dayton. Isn't that Ohio? Yeah, Ohio. And it's right here by the Great Lakes. So we'll just go to Cleveland, Ohio. So far so good. Because see, these ones are actually giving clues to like actual well-known cities. Cleveland. So yeah, I mean that last set of clues basically is what fucked us up. Is because we had so much bullshittery there. Okay, so I begged her to leave matches at home, reminding her that the whole city had once been destroyed by a fire. I'm gonna think the burning of Atlanta, Georgia, contains pictures of violets and white oaks. That doesn't tell me a damn thing because those could be anywhere. Suspect, maybe either rolling to Rockford, fleeing to Peoria, or bouncing to Springfield. That's in Missouri, though. Springfield, Missouri? Well, none of the two that I said are on this list. You got Chicago. That's right, because there was a big Chicago fire, too. Burning of Atlanta was a fictional thing. I'm like, Burning of Atlanta, Georgia. But that's a reference from Gone with the Wind. So I'm like, derp. I had a derp moment there. But yeah, Chicago had a big fire back in the day. I don't think I read the last, I didn't read the last, thingy, this thing here. I didn't read the last one. So you can pause it and read it yourself. But poet Carl Sandburg, who came from Illinois, described Chicago as a working class city. Hog butcher to the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat. Chicago's blue-collar workers put the city at the forefront of the early labor movement. So, ask Barbara. She said she'll be looking for a floating car game in the Ozark National Scenic Riverway. Ozarks. That's like Tennessee or something up in there. Contains frontier memorabilia, good luck charms, and books about Calamity Jane. So it's somewhere in the lower part, like where Tennessee and everything. Suspect purchased navigational charts for the Mississippi to the Missouri, to the Osage and the Black Rivers. So it's somewhere down in that area. the Ozark Mountains. South Carolina? That's the only one that's down there. See, sometimes you can kind of guess by, like, the other locations that it mentions. So if it mentions, like Mississippi and Missouri and things like that, then you know that it's going to be down in the bottom somewhere. Or not. Here we go. We're starting to fuck up already. Okay, so the only one... Okay, let's try Missouri, because that's the only one that is still there. Except for Texas, but... that would be the only one that I could think of would be Missouri. Okay, we got the right one. Because Missouri was like the only other one that was there that was relatively close to the description that it was giving. So... we should be able to get our last clue for the person and get our warrant. She invited me for a speedboat ride down the Winooski. Traces back to Ethan Island. Oh, also, every July in Hannibal, Missouri, the Tom Sawyer Days is held to honor the state's most famous fictional character. Visitors to the festival can participate in fence painting contest, and also see the cave where Tom and Huck Finn supposedly had some unforgettable adventures. Suspect in a sticky situation after breaking into Maple Grove Maple Museum, St. Johnsbury. So, you know, these clues here are giving me shit. They're not telling me hardly anything.
I'm sure her hair was black.
Okay, so we can add black to the list of clues and send it. 4 clues should probably get us a warrant.
Warrant Division, Wanda speaking.
Here's
your warrant.
You sometimes can get 5, like, if you get the right people. Because sometimes you'll get a 5th one while you're still talking to people and stuff. Vermont. That's maple syrup, right? It's close to Canada, so I hope that's right. Because, like I said, some of these clues are so obscure. The only thing was maple syrup, and then I'm like thinking, like, what's maple syrup other than Canada? Vermont, because I saw the name of it. I was like, Vermont. That's maple syrup. Also, I'm trying not to move too much because I don't want this whole shirt situation to, like, make you sick or anything. So just stare at my face. Stare at my cute little fish. See, there's a 5th clue. She wanted to just stay out of jail, so she took off for the Free State. She was listening to Beethoven on her boombox. Star Spangled Banner, written at Fort McHenry, so it's one of the founding states. Highway Patrol in pursuit of suspect running for a toll on Francis Scott Key Bridge. Okay, so, Highway Patrol in pursuit of suspect running for toll on Francis Scott Key Bridge. Let me see the first clue again. Come on. Oh, wait, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I'm like, had to click away for a minute, so I was like, trying to click on the recording screen. Free State. Because, like, we're getting onto the wire, and I don't want to fuck up. Fort McHenry. It has to be something in the eastern state. Well, I'm gonna say Maryland. If it's not Maryland, it has to be Washington D.C. because that's the only thing that's over in this area. So I'm hoping it's in Maryland. Should be pretty close to the end. Yes. Because I knew it had to be something on the East Coast because it was like talking about McHenry and Star Spangled Banner, and that would be like founding fathers kind of stuff. So it has to be one of those states like Virginia or Maryland or something like that. Okay, sinister person was just here, and we got a. See, I knew it was close, and we got the thing. We did it in time, so we should get our promotion. Woot! And I'll probably just do this. I'll just do this case because I did talk at the beginning of the video. So we'll get our promotion, and then we will in the video. Woot! Oh, and we didn't get to read the Maryland thing. So, urgent report: Lisa Latza has been tracked to Maryland by Senior Inspector Crystal K. You have done your job well. You are a credit to the agency. Yada yada yada. Yeah, she's innocent. Brought to trial for a crime, etc. And then we should get the promotion after this.
Order
In the court.
The
Court finds the defendant guilty. See, before, like in the deluxe version, like, they made faces. So, like, when they had, like, the smirk or whatever, and then when they said, we find the defendant guilty, then, like, their expression would change. So, like, they did, like, a little thing that ended up changing the game a little bit. But it wasn't that big of a game, or big of a thing. You were too smart for me this time, and we'll get you back, etc.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Yay!
You've earned another
Promotion. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Let's see what we get. We've been promoted to detective. We're not senior investigator anymore. We're detectives. Woot!
Okay, are you ready for another case?
No. I got a promotion, but I'm gonna say no. So we got our promotion. We are not senior investigators anymore. We are now detectives. So that's awesome. We finally got our promotion. Like I said, this is going to be the end of the video because I did talk a little bit at the beginning. So, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give a like and share with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also, check out the link to my website. That's in the description. Also, if you go over to this side, there'll be a video that YouTube suggested you check out. In the center will be my face. Click that subscribe button because that will help me determine whether or not I'm going to PAX this year. And then over there will be a link to my merchandise store if you want to get a t-shirt or a tote bag. There's 2 different designs of the t-shirt and 1 design of the tote bag, which you can get them in different colors and stuff. So some colors work better than others, but you have to kind of I put the colors down that I suggest, but I mean you could try another color, but some things might not show up as well because of the colors that I use. But anyway, so that's gonna be it for today, and thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see everybody next time. Bye bye.